When you think of famous locations in video games, what comes to mind? For me, it's GM Construct, 2 Fort, the castle in Super Mario 64, and especially the backyard battleground from Garden Warfare 2. That's like the video game location for me. I propose a simple question. What would these video game locations look like if they were just directly ported over into Minecraft, into a voxel cube-based format? And that is the question that we are answering in today's video. So if you want to see how all these builds turn out, make sure to stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to go through, look at some references, and then try my best to recreate them inside of Minecraft. Also, this video does happen to have a sponsor. This video is sponsored by me. It's sponsored by me. Nobody's sponsoring this channel. Oh, that's so cringe. But yeah, this video is sponsored by this YouTube channel and me. So if you're liking what you're seeing, subscribe, like the video, all that. Anyway, I'm not going to beg you anymore. Let's get right into the video. Cue the intro or something. I don't know. Do I have one of those? Maybe. Okay, I really want to get in-game examples for this, so I'm in Team Fortress 2. We're gonna boot up 2 Fort. You can see my lovely hours there. Yes, I am a scout main, unfortunately for you. Okay, so this is what we're working with for this outside area. Now, I'm not really in the interest of replicating anything beyond this point. So this I'll replicate, but anything past here, like the spawn room, the intelligence, the basement, only because we're doing multiple recreations this video, and I think it would be a little bit absurd to have to recreate all of 2 Fort as a map. I think it would make a lot more sense to recreate the areas that people are most familiar with. Pretty much everything in this center fighting area, that's what I'm interested in creating. And then obviously some of the props on the side here to really give it a feel that it's actually 2 Fort. Yeah, let's get right into creating this. We're in a super flat world now, so let's just get this first build started. Yeah, so I'm making this pool, right? And it's going good until I freaking delete everything. This is my crash out right here. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no! No! So, everything turns out fine. I found a redo button, and we finished the bridge. So, going into the time-lapse for this one, I had a lot of trouble figuring out what block palette to use, and you can see I'm kind of spamming dripstone in there, and then I eventually decide that that doesn't actually look any good, and replace most of it with what I believe is red terracotta. And the build goes pretty much smoothly from there on out. I didn't really have to replace much of anything else, and I'm honestly pretty happy with how this one turned out. I'm actually surprised I got this to look like 2 Fort in the end here. Like, I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but I think it's pretty close. There's maybe a few things I would change. And as you can see, I only did end up building the red side because the blue side's basically the same exact thing, and it just didn't really make sense to duplicate the same build twice with a different color palette. I think this looks like that classic 2 Fort photo, like this angle specifically. So I think this is perfect for a screenshot. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. I'm totally ready to go on to the next build. Obviously, I didn't build the back. This is like classic Minecraft builder syndrome right here. Not even touching the back. Not cleaning it up at all. It's just for the photo, guys. Just so I can go like this and be like, oh, guys, I recreated 2 Fort in Minecraft. I'm happy and I'm tired and I'm done.
Engagement check. This video has reached a critical point for viewer engagement. Are you still watching? Are you? Then let's get back to the video.
Alright, I know this one might be a little bit weird, but for our second build, we are doing the Wii Bowling Alley. I know, it's a little bit weird because there's not really that much here, but I think it would just be an interesting thing to throw in here, and it's a very famous gaming location. I think if you were to show this picture to like 100 people on the street, 80 of them have probably seen it before. Wii Bowling is a classic, and I just want to try to recreate an alley. I think that would be pretty cool. So let's get right into it. Now, I'm having kind of a bit of trouble figuring out what this wall is made out of. All of the freaking things for the wall are so low quality. Why are they all so low quality? Every single photo I'm finding from this wall in the bowling alley is like 480p. It just in general, every picture is like 480p. So I'm having to take a lot of creative liberties to figure out what color to make it. I was thinking solid birch, but that would just be like odd because the floor already does have birch in it. So what about sandstone and birch? You know, like that could work. It just doesn't work because it's too light and it doesn't have that grainy wood texture the wall has. But I also want to differentiate it from the floor. Oh wait, I'm dumb. This actually might work. It's definitely not the right color. And you know what? I'm starting to realize that there is a bit of a pattern to the wall. It kind of goes up and down like this. You know, like just like an alternating pattern type deal. So I wonder if that's the safer bet. Just going with the pattern. Maybe doing oak could work. Because you're alternating the pattern, so it doesn't really look like it combines with the floor that much. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Yeah, let's do that. This will be really easy to do. All I have to do is create like a decent size one of these and then just freaking copy and paste it all over the place.
All right, enough live action. Let's get right into a time lapse.
Making the floors and the walls were pretty easy. One thing that I did really struggle with during this build though was making the freaking alleys themselves. It was so unnecessarily difficult because you can't copy that star design in Minecraft. It's just not really possible. So I ended up taking a lot of creative liberties there. I even used little candles for the pins themselves, which I thought was kind of cool. And then we did these heavy core for the bowling balls. I think that was pretty cool. We even did tents in the back here, which aren't in the original game. I just thought having a big empty wall, because that's what it is in the game, it's just a big empty wall, it was kind of dumb. And I don't even think these return racks were here either for the bowling balls. So it was just adding like a bit of flair, really. I think it ended up turning out pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. After around an hour of fiddling around, I have finished the Wii bowling alley. Now, it's not exactly one for one for the game, obviously. I think that would be pretty hard to do, just given the medium that Minecraft is. Like, you just cannot recreate these little panels here. And I don't even know what's back here or on these walls. This was all creative freedom, creative liberty. This is just kind of like, okay, yeah, that would be cool. This would be cool. I think it turned out pretty good, though. Like, I'm actually really happy with how this one turned out, so... yeah, there you go. That's the Wii bowling alley. I don't really know what like the best angle to get a good photo would be. Maybe like something like this. I don't know. Let me know how I did. But yeah, that is this build fully completed. Let's go. That's one of the screenshots of all time. Okay, so for the next build, we're going to be recreating some stuff from the Backyard Battleground from Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. Absolute goat of a game, and I think it definitely deserves to be in this video. Although this will be the last one for this video. So if you guys have any suggestions, I am willing to do a part 2 and just pick the most popular comments, to be honest. Like, literally just suggest any game as long as it's 3D. I think 2D games kind of have, like, limited recreatability when it comes to Minecraft, unfortunately. But, yep, I'm just gonna go over the backyard quick, take a look at it, and then we'll get straight into building. Okay, so this is the zombies base. Holy crap, my work is cut out for me. No, this video is already so long. I didn't realize how in-depth the zombie manor is. Yeah, my final verdict for this is that I'm going to do the plant space here, only because I feel like we've been building with a lot of darks and purple colors in some of my previous videos, and I just kind of want to try something that's a little bit more natural, green and brown tones. I just think it would be good to try something. This is kind of out of my comfort zone. Like, I don't really do greenery that often in my builds. Also, what is... do you see that? Why are the... those aren't supposed to be red. That's weird. All right, we're on the plant side now. There's a lot of detail that goes into this. obviously we have the trees on both sides here. That's like the standout feature, right? This front gate with the trees, the bridge, this weird crown-shaped thing that I can't really see from this angle. We got the cannons, and that's kind of it here. Like, it's really just a deck with a bridge and some trees. A few other, like, little bits and bobs. We have the character booth, which... that one's gonna be difficult to recreate. And then we have our front gate, which... it does that. Now, I'm not really an expert in redstone, but I don't think you can make an open gate like that with all the, like... I don't think you can make a gate that opens with all these holes that it has. You know, I don't think that's possible, so we're just gonna have to make the fancy gate without the opening feature, which I guess is fine, but kind of annoying. And of course we have Dave's garage here, which is probably going to be one of the easier parts of this, I'm gonna be honest. Really just looks like there's some junk around it. It's a very basic looking garage. Pretty low detail compared to some of the other stuff in this game. Alright, that should be the last one for now. I just took about probably 25 screenshots. Got pretty much all the main areas for this. This is gonna be a doozy of a build though. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for how much effort this is gonna be, but I'm also kind of excited too. So let's get right into Minecraft now and actually try recreating this build. Holy crap, this is gonna be difficult. Okay, we are in Minecraft now. Garden Warfare 2, Backyard Battleground, Plant Space. Why am I doing stuff with the freaking axiom? But I'm trying to zoom in and it's like scrolling. It's not supposed to do that. Okay, I'm ready. I am ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's just get right into this. All right, first time lapse here. This is just me doing the front section so far. This is all that this first time lapse is. It took me an hour and a half just to do the front gate. This build is humongous, and I think when I said I had my work cut out for me, I wasn't lying. And I did. I had my work cut out for me. Now, I will say that the most fun part of this build was most definitely doing these trees. Just getting to like spam the leaves and moss for some reason was so satisfying, and I think they turned out pretty good. They definitely could have been better, but this is actually my first time doing a large custom tree ever, period. So honestly, from just using inspiration from the game, it turned out pretty well. I also really like how the courtyard turned out. I only got about half of it complete so far, but it's pretty nice. But yeah, I had to quit for this day because I'm exhausted, so we're just gonna jump forward to the next day. It's been around an hour and a half now. Jeez, the time flew by really quick. But this is what I have so far. So really, it's just this front area. There we go. We got the shaders on now. But this front area, we got these trees done. I think these trees look really good. I'm actually really happy with how these turned out. I really like the hanging bits and everything. And of course we have the front entrance, which isn't really fully functional. It's more just decorative. And then we have this inside area. You know, you got like this little hill here with the mailbox and the stairs going up to the cannons. But other than that, that's about as far as I've gotten so far. So unfortunately, that's only like 15% way through. Oh my gosh, I might have bitten off more than I can chew. Okay, here is the final time lapse. The final time lapse for this video. This build turned out fantastic in my opinion. The garage is definitely my favorite part, and you can see this is the first one we're doing here. I kind of put it in the wrong spot, so I ended up moving it. We got the gate done. I really, really like how the van turned out. That was really fun. And then, as you can see, the quest board, the multiplayer portal, and then the most difficult part of this was building the giant tree in the center. What I ended up doing was copying pieces from the trees outside, stacking them on top of each other, and then just kind of shaping it like a piece of clay, basically. And then we copied the garage, flipped it, edited it slightly, and then put it on top of the house to save time. I just locked in on this giant tree house tree thing. I guess it is technically a tree house, right? But yeah, I just finished this. I did, as you can see, just copy and paste the garage. There's a little bit of patchwork to do. But like, overall, this build is done. It's not my most polished build, as you can see, but I am happy with how it turned out. And like, look at this from over in this direction. Look at how cool that looks. Being able to see the house from over here. Like, it actually feels like it is kind of a piece of the backyard. Like, if this was to be in Minecraft, this is about how it would look, to be honest. Like, I don't really see many changes. Now, I didn't build the gate from this side, honestly, because I'm just a little bit lazy and this video does need to get out. But I did build it over here. And like, I just used all this random crap for the rubble. Like, the garage is definitely my favorite. And the van, albeit a bit dopey, I think has some character to it. And of course, I didn't really do anything inside the tree here, which I initially never really did plan on doing anything. Like I said, the character sprites are too small to put on the walls, so it's just kind of like, eh. I did do the not the mystery portal, just the multiplayer portal as best as I could. It's kind of impossible to put it into Minecraft because it's literally a circle, but this looks kind of cool. It's giving Portal vibes. And then, of course, we have the character booth. And that's about it. That is the finished Garden Warfare 2 plant space, well, mostly finished Garden Warfare 2 plant space build inside of Minecraft. I may or may not at some point come and just patch some of this up and like remove it. But I really just wanted to get this one finished the best I could. But here you go. Here's your like kind of far away view. I think it turned out pretty good. Definitely could have been better. But I already sunk about 4 hours into this and I gotta go to work. But yeah, that is the build. So yeah. He's done. Yo, we finally reached the end of the video. This project has taken nearly 3 weeks of my life, so a lot of effort has went into it and a lot of time. So if you want to pay me back for that time, what better way to do that than to join the channel? I have channel memberships. There's not a ton of perks being offered at the moment, mostly just to support me. I believe it's $3 a month. No biggie if you don't want to join, but if you do, your name will be put at the end of every video. You'll get some cool badges and occasional members only live streams. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.